Boom, right there. How's it going, guys? Token Vaping with another juice review for you folks. And this is coming from a line that I know a lot of people have seen. It is part of a bigger company. There are a few other lines connected to this line or this company. I know you've seen pretty much most of all of them. You may not have known that they were all pretty much under the same banner, which is not a bad thing. It just means that they have various lines and flavors and things like that to accommodate more and more vapors or a wider range of vapors. So it's just them just trying to accommodate as many different types of flavor profiles, palettes, tastes, preferences, things like that. Just because there are so many different types out there. This review being my version, somebody else right down the street from me might have a completely different take on it. So that's what makes the vaping community so cool. But it also gives the companies more to work with in trying to accommodate, various different backgrounds and styles. So the line that I'm going to be reviewing the flavor for is Fixx-E liquids with the 10-speed bicycle. And I know a lot of people have seen this line. I know a lot of people who actually are big fans of this line. Now, if you go to their website, and it'll say it on here, it says fixeliquid.com. It will take you to the main site, which is Tasty Cloud. It's actually tastycloudvapeco.com. And it will have all of the various flavor lines that are available under that company name, Fixx-E being probably one of their more popular or most well-known ones. That does not mean that the other lines are bad, and by no means. This just happens to be one of the ones that people see more. They are on Instagram and Facebook. Tasty Cloud has their own page. Fixx-E Liquid has their own page as well. But definitely check them out. They're based in Southern California, and these flavors are made and batched in small amounts so that they make sure that the time, effort, and dedication to their flavor profiles and the exactness of the flavor and everything else is solid and consistent all the way through, instead of trying to do huge batches all at once and having the possibility that something might go wrong during that. They make them in small ones and test them and mix them and everything else just to make sure that everything gets the same quality that it should. But it does have a made on date and a batch number. It does say get your fix. It has the nicotine, which is a 3, and it is a 75-25 mix ratio. So the clouds are going to be really solid. The flavors should be on point as well. And it does have the warning and ingredient labeling on here. It also is safety sealed. So this is a first vape, first review, as I usually try to do. It will be going on a fresh wick right there, brand new, dry. And the cotton of choice that I stick with is Texas Tough Cotton. Just works really well for me, especially when you can keep one specific flavor on that and you don't change it up a whole lot. It stays durable pretty long. The main reason why I like it is the fact that it doesn't have a whole lot of break-in time, especially with heavier flavors. So with this particular flavor, I don't expect the break-in time to be all that long. I have noticed, on candy flavors or citrus flavors, the lighter style flavors, the break-in time is maybe a couple of vapes, but compared to some of the cotton I've tried, I mean, that's pretty much next to nothing. So I will put the link for the cotton in the comment box if you are interested in trying some out for yourself. Now, if you go to the website, you will get all the available flavors from them. They also do have some apparel. They do have snapback hats with the Fixx-E logo and multiple different colors, which are actually, they're all pretty cool looking. But these are offered in a 30, a 60, and a 120. And the nicotine strength is a 0, 3, 6, and 12. So they do accommodate a little bit higher on the nic level than a lot of companies nowadays are, but that doesn't mean that they're trying to push the nicotine aspect of it. It's just they know that there are a lot of people that do vape higher nicotine than some, so they're just trying to make sure that they have an open door to as many people as possible, so that, for simple reasons of saying, oh, well, you don't have enough nicotine, and it never hurts to try something new. You may find a flavor that you like that doesn't have a whole lot of nicotine in it, but it just leaves the door open for more people so that they can at least be willing to pop in and, give it a try and see what they think. So this one is Lemon Cheesecrank, which basically has a very smooth lemon smell. It's a lemon cheesecake drizzled with, I I think they said caramel. Oh, no, no, no. My apologies. It is a cheesecake drizzled with lemon with a graham cracker crust. I apologize for that before I misinform anybody. So it's a lemon cheesecake with graham cracker. So this should be a really smooth and hearty vape, especially with the cheesecake aspect of it, which, as you all know, if you've watched my other videos, you know I am a big fan of that flavor just in general. It'll be interesting to see the extent of the lemon. That is one flavor that I have seen a lot of flavors come out with, that it's either too strong of a lemon flavor and it overtakes the rest of what's supposed to be there, or it comes off as a hard citrusy aspect of the lemon, which makes it for some people a little much to be able to handle, just depending on whether or not you like citrus flavors or not. So with the cheesecake aspect, this should be pretty smooth. Let me just do a quick pre-burn here. It should be pretty smooth, and I'm hoping that the lemon aspect of it is more of a creamier or smoother lemon, and it doesn't come off as like a cheesecake and basically just with lemon pieces on it, if that makes sense. I have had actually a couple of variations like that, and it was definitely different. Not my cup of tea, but it was definitely different. So we're going to go ahead and cap this up, and as always, 75 watts, and this is lemon Cheesecrank from Fixx-E Liquids. Definite clouds, but from a 75-25, I mean, you're almost dead expecting it right off the bat. Okay, so I got the initial vapes out of the way. And like I said, it was mostly all flavor right there, but I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more drops just to make sure that I'm not missing anything on the flavor profile before I describe it, and also just in case that maybe it takes a couple of vapes to get the full flavor in, I'll go ahead and do a couple of extra vapes just to ensure that. Because I have noticed when I first started doing this that the first couple of vapes that you take on a flavor isn't always necessarily going to be the full flavor, and that's why I started doing the extra couple of hits afterwards. Okay, so flavor-wise, I will say that the lemon is not as strong as I was expecting it to be, which is a good thing because it's supposed to be a cheesecake, so it's definitely supposed to be a more smoother, a creamier based vape. I am getting a little bit of a throat hit, which is kind of surprising for a 75-25 mix. I will say that it's probably because I may not have just juiced it up enough, because generally most flavors on that mix level should not have a throat hit, if any at all. But it might just be that I may have not gotten enough on the cotton, which does happen from time to time. But it's not a deal breaker. It's not to the point of where like my throat is burning or on fire or anything like that to where I can't vape it at all. Yeah, that's all it was just I may have just not gotten the juice down enough on the cotton, because those couple of hits were fine. So the throat hit really is non-existent. I'm going to say that just make sure that with any juice, when you are juicing up your cotton, just to make sure that you get all of the cotton and you don't leave any of it dry. It will give you a false sense of a throat hit off of a flavor that might not necessarily be supposed to be there, like in this example. It is really smooth. The cheesecake does help smooth it out. The lemon definitely does pop. I mean, you do taste lemon, but it's not in a citrus form or like a lemonade style. It's definitely more of a cheesecake or a creaminess of a lemon flavor. Now, it's a bit stronger than you would expect when it says a drizzle. When I think of that, it's just basically like you have the cheesecake made and then you just take the lemon syrup or flavoring and then just literally drizzle it across it so that you get it within your bites, but it's not meant to be super center stage. In this particular flavor, it seems a little bit stronger than a Drizzle, but again, it's not a deal breaker for me. It's not to where all you taste is lemon. You do get the smoothness of the cheesecake. The graham cracker crust, that's going to be, in all honesty, and if you've seen other videos I've done with other cheesecake style flavors, the graham cracker crust is kind of a hard flavor to emulate as far as getting it just right. I've had some where it's too pastry tasting and it tastes more like a donut or doughy. And then some where it says it's supposed to be there and then you don't really pick it up. So it's meant to be just an accent to the flavor. When you're actually eating a cheesecake, generally you don't really taste the graham cracker crust a whole lot till the very end of it, where it is on the sides and the bottom. But there is a little hint of I will say there's a faint hint on the tail end of the exhale that I would associate to the graham cracker crust. Now, it's not going to have the most solid taste of graham cracker, but there is a little hint of something different just to, I guess you can say, clean the palate. But regardless, either way, it is a smooth, creamy lemon flavor. If you like lemon but you don't want something too citrusy or too harsh, and you like cheesecake or dessert flavors, definitely give lemon Cheesecrank from Fixx-E Liquids a try. Tasty Clouds, thank you guys so very much for the opportunity to try one of your lines. It's a huge honor and privilege. Definitely check them out. It's tastycloudvapeco.com. Instagram and Facebook for Fixx-E Liquids specifically. Definitely check them out. Give them a try if you have not already. If you already do, then you know what I'm talking about to begin with. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you is the only reason why I do this. So definitely let me know if there's any questions, comments, concerns that you might have, a particular video that you're looking for. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, morning, noon, or night, truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.